What are your advice for people who are sitting on the sidelines waiting for some sort of dip to happen?
So
How are you seeing national trends play out specifically in the luxury market?
the
Are those buyers more cautious today?
well, the problem
Do you
is,
think that, the national housing market will ever go back to a normal market, or is this a new reality?
as you know,
So give us one bold prediction for the housing market in the next year if you had a crystal ball.
I think
What's one thing that you wish every buyer and seller understood about today's market?
so great
So
question.
we're going to take a little break and do a fun little game here.
Oh boy.
All right, so we're going to take a little break and do a fun little game here
Oh,
that
boy.
I came up with. It's called Exclusive or Exhausted. So, Nick, I'm going to throw out some real estate and luxury lifestyle trends, and you tell me if they are exclusive or exhausted.
Throw it out.
No overthinking, all right?
Throw it out. Throw it out.
Mega mansions over 20,000 square feet.
Exclusive these days. Everybody's moving their family. They want big. Go.
Champagne walls at open houses.
See you later. Throw it out.
Crypto offers on luxury properties.
Maybe in Miami, Palm Beach County. I'm not seeing any of it.
Celebrity neighbors.
Could be bad.
Could be bad. Why?
Exposure.
Yeah.
Parties. People. Press.
Yeah, some of these ultra luxury.
They don't want it.
No, they don't want it. Helicopter pads on private estates.
Very cool if you could make it happen.
Yeah. Social media real estate tours.
I'm supposed to be saying exclusive. My bad. I'm messing up your program.
No.
Social media real estate tours, great if done properly.
Right.
Exclusive.
Buying properties sight unseen.
Happens all the time now. If you're an educated buyer, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Exclusive.
All right, so let's shift gears a little bit and we'll do a quick real estate reality check. The U.S. housing market has really been wild the last couple of years, especially this year. How are you seeing national trends play out specifically in the luxury market?
So what I'm seeing, great question, by the way. I'm seeing sort of the funnel effect like I've never seen it before. Meaning the hot markets are so hot, it's unbelievable. I don't mean to say everything is selling in 2 seconds. That's not the case. What I mean is they've become destinations where people want to live more than ever. As you know, you're in Miami. Certain neighborhoods in Miami, you basically, the cost of entry now is unbelievable.
Right.
Palm Beach. I work in these small boutique little towns, which when you look at the rest of the world, I mean, they are just so unique. Like I live in Ocean Ridge. Just south of me is Gulfstream, just north is Manalapan. There are these tiny little towns that no one's ever really heard of that are just so special right next to the, on the beach, on the water. I mean, these in our country, the funnel effect has happened more so than ever. The hot neighborhoods and the hot locations are just getting better and better. They're more sophisticated. People are bringing in the proper schooling. They have the right grocery stores, the right retail. They've really become these unbelievable destinations. So the problem with that is the not so hot neighborhoods are taking a hit. And I don't know if I don't know why they would come back, but it's sort of just leveling everything out. And unfortunately, politics plays a massive role in that. No matter what side of the fence you're on, you're probably anti-crime.
Yeah.
So, our neighborhoods, there's very little crime. I mean, it's basically non-existent. So overall, I think there's been a massive shift since COVID, and it's like, are you hot or not? So the neighborhoods and states that are doing the right things are just going to continue to flourish. The ones that aren't, they're in big trouble.
Yeah, so I have a few friends who, will say, oh, we're going to wait till the market crashes to go ahead and put in an offer or find a home. I always tell them it's not happening. You're not going to see much of a price adjustment in terms of, you're not going to see the prices pre-COVID, basically. What are your advice for people who are sitting on the sidelines waiting for some sort of dip to happen?
So great question. Again, I think, when you're dealing in these hot markets, there's always sort of the supply and demand. So what happens is, let's say you're a buyer on the sideline and you say, well, I'm waiting for a spectacular property to drop in price and then I'm going to swoop in and buy it. Well, the problem is there's so many wealthy people that live in your neighborhood, and builders and developers and investors and families that want additional properties. The buyer pool, once that strikes to a reasonable or a good deal number, is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're out.
you're out.
Yeah, you're outbidded.
So I wouldn't necessarily look at real estate that way. I would look at it, and I have friends that are on the sidelines too still since COVID.
Drives me nuts.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, and they want advice. It's like, dude, my advice is like buy a house. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Marry the
Yeah.
property, like date the rate, right?
Yeah. So do what works for you and your family at the time. Do what works that, try your best to make a long-term decision. So, if you're buying into a neighborhood, hopefully you have a, 3 to 5 year sort of play. But, if you can wait if you want, but, sometimes you lose.
Now, in terms of the ultra luxury buyers, are those buyers more cautious today, or is it still that if you love it, grab it mentality?
More cautious than COVID, yes.
Yeah.
What happened with COVID, people were coming in and they had a reason to buy immediately. So they were just striking. That is absolutely done. They want to know they're buying good value, where, a few years ago it was just, tell me that it's good value, give me a range and I'll buy it. Now it's like, okay, show me the comps. So are they more cautious? Absolutely. Are they still here? Absolutely. There are plenty of them. Back to our previous comment about, when things sort of reach a good deal per se, there's just so many buyers for it. It's unbelievable.
Right.
So yeah, they're more cautious, but they're still plentiful.
Do you think that, the national housing market will ever go back to a normal market, or is this a new reality? I personally like saying this is normalization of the national housing market. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think it's becoming back to a normal market, which for me is unbelievable. It means when you have a buyer, chances are there's going to be some property that you could sell them.
Right.
For the last 4 years, I haven't been able, I still have a client list that I can't sell them anything. And I know Miami's the same way.
Right.
I just had a buddy looking with Devin in Miami, and it's like there's very few opportunities. So a normal market is a great market. That's where a house is priced properly. And if a home is priced properly, it should sell within that range. There should be a buyer for it. It's a normal market. It's not like a bidding war or anything else. Normal markets are great. We are getting back to a normal market.
So give us one bold prediction for the housing market in the next year, if you had a crystal ball.
I think the subpar markets are in for a major change because based on the last 4 or 5 years, everybody is thinking about what they're doing. So they're looking at the comps. So if you're in a market that's slower, that's a subpar market, not a hot market, not a hot location, I think you're in for a major adjustment. The hot markets in the luxury real estate sector, if you're priced appropriately and you offer value, meaning not just price, but like opportunity, oceanfront, intercoastal, you're going to continue to do very well. But it's all pricing, and that buyer has to understand and know that they're making the right decision.
What's one thing that you wish every buyer and seller understood about today's market?
The buyer has access to most of the comparable sales. The buyers are intelligent, so you're not going to dupe them into an overpriced sale. It's just not going to happen. So pricing is so key in this market, and I understand there's unique properties, but it's pricing, and sellers need to understand that you're not pulling the wool over anybody's head. I mean, like I said, they have us, they've got their attorneys, their family offices, they have the research. So it's got to be within reason. You're not going to get lucky with somebody just, paying 10, 15, 20% over price. It's not going to happen.